Some of you might follow me on Instagram, some of you might not. But I want to introduce myself at first. So I'm a Flair bartender and I'm a blogger. I got a little following, almost 900,000 followers on Instagram and almost 500,000 on TikTok. And this is my husband, Ivan. Would you like to introduce?
Yeah, what's up, guys? I have also a couple of successful social media pages in Instagram, 200,000, and another page, 150. Also in TikTok, almost 800, and on YouTube, 100,000. So for me, it's just numbers now. I can juggle in that, but for some of you, maybe it's a lot of. But it's just my work, and I don't really think about something special. It's just part of my life and my work right now.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really used to public speaking, especially in English. We moved to the USA only 3 years ago, and if I stumble, my apologies. Sometimes I will look at my phone just for my notes, so sorry for that, but actually I want to share my experience, and if you guys have some questions, I would love to answer them, and I got some experience, so I would love to share. Actually, it started in 2015, and I created my Instagram account in 2015. Back then, it was really popular to post some food photos. You go to the restaurant, you hang out with your friends, you post some photos of your food, and that time we didn't really know that it would become something really huge, something big and really important in each industry. And in 2017, my page started growing. How it became possible? Back then it was really different, and if some huge account reposted your video and mentioned you, you would gain thousands of followers. It was really easy. So some really big pages like License to Distill, they had almost 1 million followers. They reposted a few of my videos, and that's how I gained about 10,000 followers, just out of nothing. Just I woke up one morning, I had 1,000 followers, next morning 10,000 followers. It was really, really easy. You could make one video, you could become popular. Nowadays, this is crazy. There is nothing like that. You can't do it nowadays. Yeah, so that was some, a little window of possibilities at the time. And then my next growing way, my journey was in 2020. That was the pandemic time, we didn't have any events. Everything was closed. The bars, the restaurants, we were living in Russia, I was living in St. Petersburg, everything closed. We didn't really have a chance to earn money, we just had to sit at home. We didn't have anything to do, we were Flair bartenders. So we had to earn money, at events, we couldn't do that. So what we did, we bought a big painting. We painted the wall. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was some black painted, and we had a wooden bar. We put it in one room of our apartment. We got some really cheap light, some lighting. We didn't know anything about making videos, anything. I had no idea how to do that. Before that I had made some videos in my practice room where I made flairing. But I didn't know anything about videos, to be honest. Maybe nowadays you feel the same, you know anything about that, you think it's some rocket science, it's really difficult. But I want to tell you that everyone can do that, everyone can learn, and it's not so difficult, by the way. So that's how we started, and we started to make videos. Ivan started to make videos about you started to make videos or tutorials about Flair tutorials.
Yeah, to be honest, the funny idea, in 2014, 10 years ago, I remember the guy in my city, he kind of started to do some tutorials. I thought I have to be the first, and who gonna do this? So that's why I just asked my friend, videographer, how I can make like better videos and stuff like that. And he just like gave me like a good offer, just put the camera, you know, from up to down, like, you know, we kind of watching like a TV show from MTV or something like very old. And, you know, I put the GoPro 3 or something very old, very like, let's say, bad quality nowadays camera. And then I just like, you know, we kind of just try to talk about Flair, just show a couple of sequences and like do some quick tutorials. I never did it before, but then like I just realized, so I can just like find some tutorials on YouTube and right away we just film something, just random videos, and then like I just try to Google like, okay, how to edit like in Final Cut or something like that, and just quickly I figure out, okay, so I did like 5-minute video or something, then I put it on YouTube, and then I realized, okay, so maybe if I will do this every week, somehow I can get some, you know, fun and maybe some more engagement and maybe like success or something like that. But to be honest, like first half year, I did it like just with my enthusiasm, but then somehow it became, you know, better and better and better. And after like, you know, I already stopped, like I did 50 videos or something, but then after a couple of years, you know, many people from around just like asked me like, I know you, do you have like, you know, school or something like that? And like, I already stopped doing videos, you know, in 2016. And then like I realized, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's something that works actually. And then I realized, okay, so I have to think about, okay, how to keep going and stuff like that. But anyway, like I never did it before the pandemic also.
Yeah, so the pandemic was the time when we started basically. I mean, that was the time when we started to do it professionally, because we realized that maybe we didn't have any other chances to earn some money, and that was a good way. You know, we were Flair bartenders, and Flair bartending, by the way, is a very visually attractive art, and that's a good thing about Flair bartending. So a lot of people, they want to become popular on Instagram, they want to become popular on YouTube. They don't know what to do. They think, okay, so I might start making videos about my lifestyle, about something, but I don't really know what to do. And we are Flair bartenders, we know what to do. We have to flair, we have to make recipes, we have to be creative, and that's really can be viral. That's my point of view, because we already know how to interact with people. We know how to be like cheerful, we know how to attract some guests, right? We know how to work with them. And we have to do the same thing, but on social media. It's easy and it's difficult at the same time, but when you think about that as about part of your job, as if you would be, if you would work behind the bar, and you can do the same, but in front of your camera. It's easy, right? You do the same. You're like, as you are in the bar, you're in front of the camera. So yeah, and that's how we started. And that time, I was really passionate about making videos. I really loved them. I mean, the process. I used to be really creative, not as I am right now. So yeah, I'm becoming a little bit worse, unfortunately. But back then, I used to be really creative. I made videos with different visual effects. People loved that. I was a big fan of Zach King. Maybe you know who he is, some of you. Yeah, sure. So he's good at After Effects. So this is like a professional editing program, computer program, and yeah, he was like my idol. I really loved his videos, and I tried to, what did I do? I tried to incorporate his style, but in Flair bartending. So I mixed it up, and that's how I gained another 40, I guess it was 40,000 followers, yeah, something like that. And then we moved to the USA. It was 2021. At that moment, I'd already had about 60,000 followers, I guess. And that time, Instagram opened Reels. And that was totally game-changing thing, because that time you could just make some videos, and Instagram would show them to any followers, to new followers, not only to your audience. That was crazy. Nobody believed that, because at that time you didn't have to pay someone, to pay like some, let's say some blogger. Hi, can you please promote my page? Can you mention me? You know, all this stuff. You didn't need to do that. You could just make really interactive, good content, like high quality content. You could be like as you are. You could show your personality, and many people from all around the world, from Turkey, let's say, I don't know, like Asian countries, Africa, they could see you. It was crazy. So, and there are still many possibilities on Instagram right now. Reels still here, and that's what you can do. You can make content, you can post it, you can become popular. You don't need to spend a lot of money, you don't need to buy some advertising. You can just make content, and that's my point of view. Yeah, to be honest, I've never ever paid someone for gaining followers. I've never ever paid someone for promoting me. So all I got, it's soon gonna be, I hope it's soon gonna be 1 million followers, and all I got was just because I made really high quality content. And that's what you can do. And yeah, there are 3 best platforms, that's my opinion, for Flair bartenders, for different brands as well. So this is TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. They're a little bit different. I'm not really good at YouTube and at TikTok, and it's fast changing platform. I mean, the TikTok for sure. You have to be really into their content, into trends. Instagram is a little bit better. They don't change so often. And YouTube, for me, yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Ivan has about 100,000 followers on YouTube, I guess, yeah, so you know a little bit better. I will tell you about Instagram mostly, so yeah, these are our social media pages. So yeah, steps, how to become popular, let's say on Instagram. I think there are 3 steps. So it's from my experience. I won't say that all the bloggers would say the same and would think the same way, but it's my experience, it's how I became popular. And the first step is really, really important. So you have to define your uniqueness. You have to understand why are you unique. What I mean by that? For example, me. I'm a Flair bartender, right? But there are so many different Flair bartenders in the world. You know, yesterday you saw the competition. There are so many of them, and some of them, like, I'm not the best Flair bartender for sure. I'm not even the best Flair bartender between females. Not. I know like 3 or 4 girls who are better than me, and I really appreciate what they do. But it doesn't mean that I'm not unique. I am. And what do you have to do? Do you not need to be the best? You don't need to be the best Flair bartender. You need to be unique. That's the difference. You have to understand what do you like. So, for example, as I said before, I really like Zach King's videos. He made a lot of like visual effects, all this stuff, and I was like, why couldn't I make the same, right? So I can be a Flair bartender and I can make visual effects, so I can combine them. And this is something unique. You can take any idea you want. So for example, a few months ago, I found one really great account. Unfortunately, I don't really remember the name of the creator. This is a guy, he lives in Asia, maybe in Thailand, but I'm not really sure. And he's a Flair bartender. You know, this like craft Flair bartending, little moves like spoons, shakers, everything. So it's not like really like something big, but little moves. What he does, he works outside, you know, this little carts, yeah. So you can go there, you can get a mocktail at the street. He works there. So basically like street food cart. And he works there, but he does Flair. This is crazy. You're just going outside in a random city in Thailand, and you can find a bartender who make you a mocktail on the street, and he does this with these little tricks. This is amazing. That blew my mind. It was really nice. And what he does, he just put some camera set up. He making drinks, and he gives that to people. And he got about like 3,100 followers, I guess. A lot of bartenders can do that. You know, a lot of bartenders can do craft flair. It's really popular nowadays. I've seen so many flair bartenders who does that, but I have never seen someone who does that on the street. You know, this like mocktail station. This is something unique. You have your job, you go outside, you work with this like street food, and you make this unique, and at the same time you make content. And that's like, for me, that's really creative, because you understand, like you think how you can incorporate flair bartending in something like really usual, maybe like a street food cart, right? And you make content. That's crazy, and that's really good. And that's what you can do. You can understand, okay, so I'm a flair bartender. Where do I work? Okay, what am I good at? How can I combine that? Or maybe if I love something, let's say I love soccer, I don't know, I love shopping, I love like everything you love, how I can incorporate that in my content, and how I can combine that with flair bartending. That's a little bit tricky, but at the same time, that's how you can find your uniqueness and how you can understand that you're unique. And that's really, I think, that's not easy, but that's an interesting way, right?
Yeah, so I can just like tell about my experience. So it's a bit different just because I'm not the attractive girl, as you can see. Yeah. So to be honest, like there was a situation like in 2019, like 5 years ago, I did online course or something like that, and I also tried to, you know, develop my school in social media and stuff, but I had only 5,000 followers on Instagram, and I asked some of my kind of friends to share my posts and stuff like that, and then like, you know, some people who had like 20,000 followers just told me like, I'm not gonna do this. Why I have to? And like, I was so pissed off about that, and like I thought, okay, that's fucking guys. Thank you. And yeah, I realized that social media, it's very important, and like it doesn't work just like that. And like you have to grow your social media. You have to actually. I tried to figure out actually how it works, and somehow I started to do my YouTube videos again, like tutorials, like top 10 tricks to do something, like, you know, jigger tricks, ice tricks, you know, nice course and stuff like that. And then I put like short video, like just highlights, just like 10 tricks, pump, in my Instagram, few times, like few highlights. And then I see like it goes viral somehow. And like just because like, you know, tricks goes like that and people just can save it, and people save it a lot. I mean like 1,000 times, like at least hundreds or something, and becomes viral. And then I realized, okay, so it's supposed to be useful. That's an idea. So for example, if you're talking about audience content, it's kind of, you know, interactive content, something fun, something interesting, like people just watching like, wow, cool. But like my way is completely different. I figure out like, it's supposed to be useful. It's very important. And then I realized like, it's not only useful, it might be also interesting. And some combination, engagement, and useful information helped me a lot. And then I kind of started like do some different tutorials in TikTok, in Instagram, and yeah, step by step I figured out, okay, how it goes, how it works, and same time I tried to develop my skills with video production and stuff like that. So in my opinion, it's great, like for example, when you have an idea, but you have to actually realize your idea. And like, for example, especially in America, so it's very expensive to hire someone who can film for you like tutorials that nobody will pay you for that. And like, okay, so you have to just take your phone, just phone, just like it's the best camera in your pocket. Actually, I have the same camera in my backpack, but I bought it only maybe a couple of years ago. So yeah, it's expensive. It's but everyone has a camera. I bet like someone has to. So it means you just like you can take your phone and try to figure out how to make content. A lot of free information on YouTube. If you're not so lazy, just try to figure out some basic tips. So my opinion here about you have to just know basics. Just know how to use your phone camera, how to use light setup, and then how actually algorithms of Instagram, TikTok works. Actually, it's easy. So main idea, it just should be interesting. Like if you want to get the viral video, the main idea, people have to watch it again and again. At least 70–80% engagement. Like people have to watch a video almost full, and it becomes viral. Only this way. So now it's not so important. Like how I don't know what's actually in it. If people save it, if people watch it again and again, that's the key. And here's no secret actually. All TikTok, all Instagram and Shorts algorithm work the same way. If even YouTube like long videos, so it's not the miracle. It's like it's a huge competition between you and other content creators. Who has better engagement? Platform just push this person, and this is it. So you just like you have to be better than the guy who like sitting close to you, or another guy, or something like that. So that's why like just make your content be better, more interesting. Try to do different things. Just try to incorporate your personality. Just because when you try to make something from yourself, but you're not exactly this person, it doesn't work. So to be honest, like I invite like Rob. He has like a so cool personality. I mean like the only he has not so much skills like with video production and stuff like that. So just like if he wants to get like viral videos, I bet like just a bit like you have to improve it here and here and here, and you have a huge potential. People like that. And, for me, for example, to make speaking content, it's crazy hard. So I try to do better content. I try to do like useful content, but like when it comes to speaking content. Yeah,
one thing I think you guys do really successful though is I think you're so successful because you don't speak. Because then that translates to any language. Anyone can appreciate it. If you can do something without any language, I think it makes it bigger.
Kinda, yeah. So yeah, we just try to use our powerful skills. I mean like powerful skills.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be able to understand like why, as I said before, why you are unique and to use these advantages of yourself. So this is the key actually. And for example, yeah, you're talking about speaking. Speaking in English is not my like best part of my personality. I'm struggling with English. I'm still struggling with it. And I don't speak on Instagram. Like from time to time, yeah, I can speak on my stories, but usually I don't. And I'm a blogger, so it's crazy, right? You don't really even need to speak. You don't really even need to flair. So you have to understand why you are unique, and you have to show this side of yourself to the world. That's how you do that. So this is developing a content strategy. The main thing about developing this strategy is to understand that making a content nowadays, if you're serious about that, is a part of your job. So you have to understand that you don't need to wait until like you're inspired by something and you're going to make one video and then you're like, oh, I'm exhausted, I'm not going to do that in the next 3 months. and then maybe I'll start again, you know? So this is a part of the job, unfortunately. I know that for some people this thought is painful, but that's how we live in 2024. And social media is really, really important. And if you don't show yourself in social media, you probably lose in your industry. Like it would be really difficult for you to become successful. So you have to represent yourself and your brand on social media. You have to think that now this is a part of the job. Even if you are a nail master, a bartender, let's say, even if you work as a videographer, yeah, this is a part of your job. So this is what I do. I work behind the bar, I work for private events, also I make content. So you have to do the same, and you have to be really consistent. What I usually do, I try to choose one day a week when I film like 5-6 videos. So from the morning till the night, I'm making videos. This is like a working day. It's not for fun. It's not because I want to spend like 12 hours making videos, but this is a part of my job. You can do the same. It's really difficult to make videos every day. I don't do that. I don't know how people do that. Okay, if you are a lifestyle blogger, it might be possible, but if you are like a Flair bartender, you want to make recipes, so you have to prepare, you have to be prepared, you have to buy ingredients, you have to set up like lighting, you have to set up your bar station, everything is difficult every time. So let's say you spend an hour for that, and after that you have to spend another hour for cleaning it up. It's difficult to do that every day. You don't have really time. You have to work, right? You have to go to the bar, you have to work, you have to pay your bills. So that's why I usually choose one day a week when I make my content. Then during the week I edit my content and I post it. That's what I do. Maybe it's not like, maybe it's not for everyone. Maybe for some of you it's better to do something every day, but for me, it's like that. So I will want to tell you a little bit about setting up your station. If you, let's say, if you like want to post recipes, right? So yeah, this is a little bit about lighting, camera, setup. I have to stay here. Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna be like my model. So.
I'm a model.
As usual.
Yeah, I'm used to
So
it.
that's like basically the difference. So for example, right now. You see, here like not the best light, to be honest. Okay, so that's like, you know, usually you think about, okay, so I have to lure something, I have to buy a lot of equipment and stuff like that. So this light costs about like $150 per tripod, and it's not necessary actually. This one costs like $40 or something, and the phone, and this is it actually. So at least in USA, it's affordable. So we're not talking like, yeah, I know some guys like from Chile, they come here and like, oh, it's expensive. So I completely understand. In Russia, it's the same way of life, and you think about, okay, so the buy this kind of, you have to work at least like 1 or 2 days to buy just like this simple light. Yeah, if you just work behind the bar, you know. So basically, how it works? So you have to use like main light, you know. To fill the face, and you know, so this way at least, of course, we can play around like, you know, the power more or less. So this way at least we can see everything.
So we usually set it up the light like that. So you gotta have one big light, right? Something like that.
I have bigger, so it's kind of simple option right now. So sometimes when we work on different events, I have only 6, and like it's more than enough. And you know, Olya has, let's say, a bunch of videos that like got viral, like many millions of views and stuff like that, just in a nightclub.
Star Wars video.
Oh, that was
something like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it's really crazy. My most viral video got 30 million views. This is crazy, and you know how I did that? I made real quick video when I was working in one nightclub. No setup, no lighting, just a phone. I edited it on my phone using like CapCut, some really
CapCut.
easy, CapCut,
Yeah.
yeah. And I got 30 million views. I was like, okay, nice.
Question.
Yeah.
Question with that.
Yeah,
with
sure.
that with that video, were you like just doing like a quick movement and everything?
Yeah, actually that was like less than 25 seconds video, real quick editing.
That's something
Nice
that
music,
I learned.
trendy music.
Yeah.
You really need to work with trendy music. You gotta watch different videos, you know, like scroll up your Instagram feeds and save some music that you really like, and then you can use it. So that's what I usually do.
Well, the one thing that I learned about the algorithm with Instagram, TikTok, anything like that, that was actually something new, was if you're doing any type of video, doesn't matter if it's 5 seconds, 25 seconds, or a minute, as long as you're moving or doing something, it automatically catches that, and then it will shoot it to the top of the list.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, that how it works.
It's engagement.
For sure. It's
That's why,
engagement,
yeah.
basically. Yeah. So,
So
the
about
lighting.
light, for example, when it comes to, can you see here?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So when it comes to like main face, so basically it's great like when it goes like that. Usually it has like hard shadows here, like a black light and stuff like that. For main face, it's more than, you know, it's great actually. It's very dramatic, and this light gives you like a nice light here on your hairs and stuff like that. Yeah, but like when it comes to woman face, it should be, you know, kind of more plain, maybe like, you know,
Not blurred,
softer.
maybe, yeah.
This is not the softest light, you know, it's kind of, you can see some, you know, lights here and there. But like if you want to make it more stable, so you can put like one more light here or there, and it becomes kind of more, you know, kind of balanced or something like that. So it like when it goes about the light, it's like that. So I have just usually a couple of these lights. If I just need to film something in the bar, I just keep this light close to, and or just put two sticks like that, and then I just, you know, make some, you know, regular videos and then put it, you know, in Instagram, like, you know, kind of, you know, quick editing and stuff like that. So also I have a couple of more things in my backpack. So just like I have a regular backpack. Laptop usually in there, like a couple of sticks, just a regular tripod for, you know, for my phone and stuff. So for example, if I need it, this is it, just $30 tripod, it's very comfortable.
It's about like $30, right?
Yeah.
It's really cheap on Amazon, you can get it.
Yeah, so when it comes to audio, of course, I have, you know, mic and stuff, so I can put it like, you know, it works with my phone. I also sometimes I work with different companies, and like they want to get some nice videos. I do some interview and stuff like that. Just like quick presentation. So for example, we can do something with Rob right now or a bit later, and like it becomes better video, so you can then figure out actually how it goes. The voice is very important. I mean, like the quality of your sound, just because. For example, if you're talking on a video and your sound is like a shit, you know, nobody want to listen what's going on in there. It's very difficult, just because if your information goes like here, it should be very quality. If your information like that, that's a key. So you have to know like what the main information. And like one more thing. So for example, usually I just wait it this way, and then I also can, you know, hold my phone like that. So basically this is it. So it's just like, okay, $200 setup, and yeah, if you need like sound quality, yeah, extra $200 maybe.
Can I take pictures of the new gear that I see?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So about equipment, more or less. Yeah, of course, I have a camera. The difference between phone and camera, you can ask me like, okay, why you filming, for example, on the camera? If you're like so smart guy and like you can film everything on the phone, just because I can. That's a simple answer. Just because camera gives me, you know, more solutions on editing. So I can, you know, film in like a shitty conditions. Sometimes it's not perfect. Sometimes I have just like 5 minutes right here, right now. So, and I just like put 120 frames per second, 4K. And then like I just try to film something quickly like that, And then I try to, get viral videos. So with your phone, you don't have choice, for example, to change something, colors and stuff. So if it's bad, it's bad. This is it. With the camera, just be better. I can improve it, so it looks better. And this is it. That's the difference between camera and regular setup. So it's my personal opinion, of course.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, you don't really need a camera, especially if you're a beginner. If you're just beginning to make some content, you don't really need a camera. You don't really need to spend let's say a few $1,000s on a camera that you don't know how to use. So nowadays, iPhone has really great quality. You can make really great videos with your iPhone. I've seen so many really nice videos from different videographers. So the key is lighting. You have to buy some light, and it doesn't need to be really expensive light. Something like that. I mean, overall, it's about $200, right?
Yeah. So when it comes to studio, so we have a studio in our apartment. To be honest, it's not a secret. So I just show it in my social media many times. And yeah, I did this setup pretty quick. I just ordered some shelves from Walmart and let's try, and I just tried somehow did the magic with my hands, just $200 or something. So we
3 hours, $200. Yeah, good.
More hours. If you want to say money.
I didn't do that, by the way.
Yeah. So for example, we don't have a bar at home. When we moved to New York, we bought kind of cabinet from IKEA for $40.
Yeah.
I put a deep tray and special plexiglass on top, and now it looks like a bar. But basically, it's just like a regular kitchen cabinet.
Yep.
And I put some wheels and
On
extra
the bottom,
$10
yeah.
investment.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about creativity because it's really one of the keys. It's very difficult. At the same time, it's very easy. So how to be creative and why creativity is important. As for me, to be creative, if you want to be creative, you need to be ready to catch the ideas everywhere. So let's say you go traveling, you go somewhere, you see something, you go to the show in Vegas, let's say, right? I love shows in Vegas. Every time I'm in Vegas, I go to see Cirque du Soleil, different shows. And when I watch their performances, I try to catch ideas. And I'm not just watching, no, never, ever. I'm trying to catch ideas. When I'm watching some movies, I love movies. I'm trying to catch ideas. So for example, I got an idea. Everyone have seen the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise, right? It's iconic. It's how Flair bartending started. So you technically watching the video, what you can do? You can make the same sequence as Tom Cruise did in the movie. You can separate the screen in 2 different parts. You can put Tom Cruise on the top. You can do the same on the bottom. People will love it, trust me. And it's very obvious, this idea, but you can catch ideas in different movies. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter which movie. And,
Or actually you can break it down, teach people how to do this.
That's true, yeah, why not? If you want to make tutorials about Flair bartending, why not, right? So when I watch different bloggers, they're let's say some morning videos, get ready with me video, or video how my day, right? Everyone wants to know how a Flair bartender lives, about a life of a Flair bartender, because it's really interesting. We are in this industry for many years. We know how we live. It's not interesting for us, but for other people, it's really interesting. So you can show them, okay, I'm waking up, what I do, okay, I get my coffee there, you can make it interactive. You can put your camera, nowadays you can buy 360 camera, right? You can put it here, You can make breakfast and you can make some little tricks, right? Some, like your coffee, some juggling, it's fun. Then you can edit that. Okay, like I'm getting my coffee, I'm getting my breakfast, then I go to the practice room, I put my camera in the practice room, I'm practicing, I edit that. Then I go to the bar to see my friends, like my Flair bartender friends. I can film them. Then I can edit everything together, and this is my day as a Flair bartender. People will love it, trust me, because it's interesting. Even for me, it's interesting to see, to watch how other Flair bartender lives, about their lives. Because some of us live in New York City, some of us live in Vegas, some of us live in LA. So it's like, it's really interesting. So this is one of the ideas. And so my point is that to be creative, you have to be able to find these like ideas from everywhere, to catch them. And of course you can use the internet. So you can watch, you can try different formats. You can try to watch videos, real stories from different bloggers. Not necessarily they have to be bartenders, Flair bartenders. They can be just lifestyle bloggers, they can be dancers. I love watching dancing videos. They have so many great ideas and they always have great music. So what I do, like I'm always struggling with finding music. So what I do, I usually open some like videos of some really great dancing blogger. I watch the videos and I save the music. Yeah, those little tricks, you can do that, and it's easier than to try to find some great music just from Instagram. It's difficult. You have to listen to many different songs. It's difficult. So collaborating with other creators. Why not? We can do that. Let's say you're a Flair bartender. You have a friend who's a Flair bartender as well. You can collaborate. You can do something together. It's interesting as well, and for your audience will see another guy, like another Flair bartender, and his audience will see you. So that's how you can exchange audience. That's good, why not? About trends, it's really important to understand what's going on nowadays on social media, on different platforms, to watch the trends, trying to follow them, but at the same time, every time try to add like a personal touch to these trends. Don't do what other people do. Watch the trend and try to a little bit change it in your way, and that's how you do it. It's really important on TikTok. On Instagram it's not so important. It's a little bit like easier on Instagram, but on TikTok, if you wanna get viral, you have to do it, unfortunately. I don't love that, but it is how it is. So, I think it's pretty much it. You wanna talk a little bit about discipline?
Okay, I'm all about discipline. Okay, I got you. If you're talking about discipline, that's a big problem for many people, not only Flair bartenders. Like, everyone thinks that like everything should be perfect. It's impossible. If you just started, how you can be perfect in it? I mean, like, it's impossible. So it's just like, for example, if we're talking about Flair bartender, how you can expect from Flair bartender juggling 3 balls if he just like, took the first ball, for example, or something. So it's like, when I came, the first time, my first step into the bar, I tried, to keep each ball with 2 hands. Like that. In Singapore whiskey, like I thought, okay, so it costs like 2 my shifts. I just like grab it this way. And like after a few years, I already like started, be more like flexible with that. So that's why, same with creation. I think, just give yourself some time, just for producing videos. Just try to make videos again and again. No worries about the quality, just keep going. Yeah, if you're not really confident, like, it's gonna be, kinda not perfect or something, just create it for yourself. Just, put it in the table. Maybe somehow, maybe in a few months you will put it in social media or something, but just try to create it. It's very important. And try to give yourself time. Just like 20 or 30 videos. Just, you know, make agreement with yourself. For example, if you wanna get any improvement with your skills, just create 20 videos or something. And then compare your first video and the last video. It's gonna be huge difference, a big difference. And try to just improve, like each time try to add 1%, just a bit better, just something like, you know, this time you see like, okay, it's not perfect just because of what? Just because of music, just because of your trick, just because of recipe, just because of something. You know, if you've seen my videos like, you know, 30-second margarita, it's hard to make it perfect. I mean, like, I try to, you know, make drink in like 15 seconds. I can't make a, you know, good steer like during 10 seconds just because, for example, all my video about 15 seconds. So that's why, like, okay, so I have to find a compromise with that. So, but like, I know, for example, my video is not for bartenders. My video is for people who want to be a bartender, or who just like started or something like that. I started grow when I forgot about like experienced bartender. It's impossible. It's just like, for example, 50 bartenders on my level around the world. In what I just like, I have to work only for these 50 guys who more or less on my level or something like that. You know, like when I just like, okay, told myself, okay, so I don't care about them. I work for other people. Somehow, you know, my social media started growing like that. Just because I stopped overthinking about, you know, my perfect, you know, visual page and stuff like that, my reputation between others, you know, pro Flair bartenders. Pro Flair bartenders very individual person. They don't care about each other. So I just like, you know, when I realized that, you know, I got some success in my social media. Just try to find who's your audience and who you want to work with or for. And like this way you can get your success, or at least something like that. And the final, can I add more?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
I have one interesting topic that I work with right now. You know, each person, you know, right, likes to talk about like what exactly in his mind right now. So for example, exactly in my mind, one interesting thing that it's addiction and emotional roller coaster. So for example, when you produce videos, very often you kind of addicted from it. Like you put a video and like you think about, okay, how many likes, how many views, and something like that. So you're always like that. You know, you just like open the Instagram and then like, whoa, again, like, you know, 100 times a day. Like, you know, you open your Instagram just to check how it goes. So I solved this problem easily like that. I hire my friend load my videos on Instagram. I forgot about that shit. So it's very important. Like it's so simple, but my videos first, like it has consistency. Like during you know, today, my friend load the video with a sponsorship. You can see like maybe 1 or 2 hours ago, like someone load video on my page, and like I just pay for that like $10 a day. It's not so much for me, but same time I kinda empty. I don't really think about it. For me, it's more important. My emotional freedom, my emotional health, and like, you know, I can think about something else beside of my social media, just because it becomes crazy, you know. So that's why, for me, personally, it's very important, you know, just like my mental health, that's crazy. So this is my main idea. So
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, if you want some advice about your social media, maybe you can come after this performance of us to us. You can ask us, or you can ask right now if you want some advice. Yeah, sure. Jim.
How is more recommended to film? Portrait or landscape? When you film it yourself?
So this, if you use your iPhone, this camera is much better.
Okay.
Never use your frontal camera every time use your back camera. Buy any cheap tripod, put it in front of you like that. That's it. Every time when you need to start filming, you can buy those, you know, you can get those like little buttons, right? So you push
If
the
you
button.
have Apple Watch,
and
so
start-
you can
Yeah, Apple Watch, anything. Yeah, it's easier.
You know, like 5 years ago, I would give you some, you know, tips like you can put the mirror in front of us or some crazy stuff, but like no.
Bad
Yeah,
idea.
makes
Because
people
I
comfortable.
struggle with that. Like,
Yeah,
if I film myself in like this training, I always get out of frame, and then I'm like, oh shoot, like half of the show is out of the fucking.
yeah, yeah. So maybe mirror is not so bad. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's a good
it's
idea.
easy.
Thank
Yeah.
Someone else? Okay. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.